Okay, so today is November 22nd, 2014, Oslo time, and I'm reading the declarations that was decreed on the website doinggooddeeds.wordpress.com, and you can also find a press release associated with those at beforeitsnews.com. So let's continue, and I'm at the very last one, which was decreed on November 13th, 2014. And it states, Norway forfeit sovereign wealth funds. And it reads, and I'm going to hold up this, which leads into why the sovereign wealth fund was forfeited. So I don't have a printout of this actually in front of me right now. But as these two relate, it's fine for me to just hold this up as an example. Especially, better picture like this will do. And it states, press release, Norway loses 860 billion sovereign wealth fund to indigenous land owners. Northern Land, formerly Oslo, Norway, the 13th of November 2014, Norwegian state forfeits sovereign wealth fund to imperial sovereign of the land. Forfeitures have been in the news lately, but usually it is the other way around. How did you come to this conclusion? Was a question from the interviewer. And the response is, given the state's use of civil forfeiture in matters relating to organized crime, where criminals' property is confiscated as a pre-conviction forfeiture, it is clearly used as a preventative measure to ensure safety and security of people. Well, the same should hold true in all matters of a state's activity. Norway used sovereign wealth funds to purchase real estate from known states of organized criminal activity. The U.S. and Great Britain have both ravaged the world through their colonizing activities as it relates to the original landholders, owners, which are indigenous people. So the forfeiture applies to all property, real land, and fee as it relates to the former landholder? Yes, and there is also another matter of corruption of blood. Historically, corruption of blood and its legal consequence were only pertinent in connection with treason and felony, whereas the grantee was said to hold of the land in exchange for supplying the grantor a service, such as farming, trade, etc. But when the grantee was convicted of a felony or guilty of treason to the grantor, he breached his obligation and subsequently the land and property reverted back to the grantor. I see no difference today. In fact, the matter is far worse today. Treason has evolved into a worldwide system of deprivation, starvation, and killing without justice of the original land grantors and their heirs. Question. How do you come to these findings? Answer. Examining their former laws, which since has been replaced with the law of Mayat, I discovered a misuse and misdirection that allow the former papal rule Western civilization to usurp the position of land they colonized. And remember, a colony was a grant to allow the former a means to establish commerce, which is trade, a trading post, a trading corner in those regions, which is clearly not in accordance to that of the colonists, which is clearly not in accordance to what the colonists have done. Elicit a deliberate and systematic which elicit a deliberate and systematic extermination of the heirs, usurp their position, steal the land and its resources for profit, and set up a worldwide commodity off the life of the remaining progeny. In looking at Title 21 U.S.C. 881, it goes far beyond asserting that the federal government has a vestigial property interest in all property. It states the following shall be subject to forfeiture to the United States, and no property right shall exist in them. And I give the website where that quote came from, as well as a definition of vestige, which is a visible trace, evidence, or sign of something that once existed but exists or appears no more. That's the first definition, which I've highlighted. It goes on to state, any judge, any attorney, law, or judge would recognize this as the language of a fee sample subject to a condition subsequent. I'm going to read that again. Any attorney or judge would recognize this as the any attorney or judge would recognize this as the language of a fee sample subject to a condition subsequent, in which a grant, the owner conveys property to the grantee subject to a condition of its use. If the condition is violated, the property reverts back to the grantor by operation of law. A judicial decree merely confirms the breach, but is not necessary where the evidence is obvious, as in the case of Anglo-Saxon Germanic descent claiming to be the people which are indigenous to the land. And then it gives a further example of a definition of what a fee simple is. Fee simple is. But it raises the question of when, where, and how did Norway, the United States, and other nation-states come to hold title over property, since states did not exist before the formation of their various constitutions. It would have to be interpreted that they were granted the use of property by another, the indigenous landowners. We can all agree that grants of property and any implied power has been extinguished, forfeited, and declared null and void due to the systemic killing and deprivation of life of those land grantors and their progeny by those who colonized their land. And this is decreed by myself. I am Southern Crown Zindara. Can be reached on our website, extremeworddeeds.wordpress.com. And this was stated for public notice, public record, public filing. I am Southern Crown Zindara, Cherokee Washita Brothers L, Creator, God Elohim. So it is decreed on November 13, 2014. At the foot of that, I give further example, and the attachments to both listings is included. I had to list them twice because, again, the material has been tampered with. I give an example of that with a video noting the Black Wall Street, which was a very prominent area in Oklahoma that was literally burnt to the ground. They have it listed in Wikipedia as the Tulsa race wars or race riots. And I contest that title because it should be listed as the Tulsa Massacre, because that's what took place. And in noting that, I state at the foot of this notice, you would notice the same pattern from above the 1921 Tulsa, Oklahoma Massacre to the 1930s Holocaust to the present-day Norway, which is destroy, steal property, jewelry, burn their homes, or render them homeless. The same formula. In my case, stolen clothes to replace them with torn or ripped and old ones. And they even stole my Doomagadies t-shirts. So it just shows that it's a formula, a blueprint, if you will, that they've used over the course of many years, and I bet many centuries they've enhanced it, but it's still being used to this very same day, and it needs to stop. So thank you for listening, and all of those have been read for public record. Again, that changes nothing that when the date it was decreed, but it has been read for public record.